Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Christina. I'm 37 weeks pregnant, so I am full term now. If you're not new here, thank you for sticking with me throughout this whole pregnancy. We're nearly at the end now. We've got 3 weeks left, but it could be sooner. So let me tell you what's happened since the last time I popped up a video. So last Friday I had a midwife appointment and my midwife told me that my baby was head down. Head down is exactly where baby needs to be. It means that he is ready to exit and come into the world. So I have been really excited. I've been looking forward to him coming into the world nice and relaxed, and I was even considering a home birth. My midwife said that the whole way through my pregnancy everything has been really low risk, so there wouldn't be a problem with doing a home birth or something similar. So it would be like a birthing pool or something really relaxed, nothing too dramatic. And then that Monday, so Friday we saw her, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days later I go to London for my 36-week scan and they tell me that the baby is Breech. And I'm guessing if you're watching this video you know what Breech is. It means he's either bum down or feet down, and if a baby is Breech at this point in the pregnancy it can cause issues, and I was actually told it's about a 3% chance that he will move into the correct position himself. So I went from my scan, my 36-week scan, straight to the hospital that was nearest to me so that we could discuss what my options are. My options are either an ECV, which is an external cephalic version. If you Google it, it says it's a process by which a Breech baby can sometimes be turned from buttock or foot first to head first. It's a manual procedure that is recommended by national guidelines for Breech presentation of a pregnancy with a single baby in order to enable a vaginal delivery. So long story short, baby is just going to go like that. But for them to do that, they actually need to grab him from my bump and twist him like that. And then the second option is to just have a cesarean section, which I'm not against. I have always wanted to try and do a natural delivery, but if I can't, then as long as the baby enters the world safely and healthily, then that's all that matters. So they were my two options. At the time when we were discussing the options, as a routine sort of check, they did test my blood pressure, and we ended up checking it 3 times because it was quite high. I then got told I have suspected preeclampsia. So much stress. So preeclampsia, again, if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you know what that means, but preeclampsia is basically you will have high blood pressure in pregnancy. It can cause swelling, blurred vision, spots in your vision, severe headaches, pain just below the ribs, nausea, vomiting, excessive weight gain caused by fluid retention. And I did start to think like some of these I'm seeing because I have put on a little bit of weight. I have been getting some headaches here and there, but I wouldn't say they were severe. So they did then decide to test my blood. And when they tested my blood, they actually found protein in my blood, which is a big no-no. I shouldn't have protein in my blood. So after I went home from the hospital, they called me and said to me, we found protein in your blood, can you come back tomorrow morning? So I went back the next morning and they tested everything again, and my blood pressure had gone down. Everything seemed to be pointing in the right direction, but baby is still Breech. So it is now Monday, so it's been a whole week since I had my 36-week scan, so I'm now 37 weeks. So baby has been Breech for that period of time. I don't know how he got himself into that position in the space of 3 days. I've been bouncing on this ginormous ball, trying to wriggle him into the right position. I've been doing these sort of headstand things off the side of my sofa. I've been looking into, like, I've been Googling all these different things, ways to get the baby into the right position, but I don't know if it's worked. I feel like my bump does look a little bit different to what it did a week ago, so he may have moved. There's absolutely no way of telling. I sometimes wish like there was like a little window in there and I can see where he is and what he's doing in there, because it would solve my brain just going into overdrive. But what's happening now is on Wednesday I have my routine antenatal visit where a midwife will come to my home, and I think it's just they do that like a few weeks before the due date just to make sure you're prepared for the baby and all that sort of stuff. So she will check my blood pressure then, and then I think later on in the week, maybe the following week, I'm not too sure, I will have to go back into hospital and they'll check the positioning of the baby, and if he is still breech then I will have to have this ECV where they twist the baby while he's still inside me. Looking into all of the statistics with ECVs, they're not always successful. It's a 50-50 chance. So I've been put in kind of like a bit of a predicament here, because just the thought of, I don't know, if he wanted to be in the right position, he would be in the right position, and I don't know whether I feel like comfortable with the fact that people are going to be touching my baby and moving him when he's not even here yet. So I don't know whether, it's such a hard one, because I don't want to end up having a breech baby and having to have a C-section when I could turn him, but at the same time I don't want to turn him and cause him distress and me discomfort, and then he either turns back round again and it's just a waste of time, or I go into labour with him in the right position and go through days or hours or whatever it is of like pain and just being in labour for them to have a C-section anyway. So I'm in like a massive predicament. I really don't know what to do. I've not really seen many people talk about ECVs that I know of. No one in like my friend group or in my area has ever really spoken about them, so I don't really have any sort of feedback or anything like that. All I've seen is everything online, YouTube videos, Google, you know, the norm, but I don't know. But the good thing about this situation is I'm now on maternity leave, so I don't have the stress of going to work anymore. I can just relax and put my feet up and just take it all in and try and get as much rest as I can before my world is turned upside down. But yeah, that is my update for you. Obviously, I don't know, if you've got any advice, please leave it down below in the comments. I love chatting to you guys in the comments down below. It does really help me, because sometimes it's nice to be able to talk to people that you don't actually know, because they won't sugarcoat it and they'll just be completely honest and blunt about it all. And I do really feel like you can trust mums. Obviously everyone's had a completely different experience, everyone deals with pain differently, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, please, if you've got any advice, just leave it down below. I will show you my bump quickly so you can see where I'm at. I have weighed myself at the weekend, and I looked at the scales and I did start crying, I'm not gonna lie. It's the biggest I've ever been, ever. I'm now just over 12 stone, so that does mean that I've nearly hit the 2 stone mark. So I've nearly put on 2 stone since becoming pregnant, which I don't think is too bad, but you know, when you're looking in the mirror, it's not the most attractive. So I am looking forward to when this baby comes out. I'm looking forward to getting back to my normal skinny self. But yeah, here's the bump. So this is what we're working with now. Big old boy in there. Getting bigger and bigger. And at the moment, in my opinion, it feels like I've got all of his limbs here and his head here, and then his butt down here. I have no idea what I'm feeling, it's very strange. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to speak to you soon with some good news. Hopefully he's turned, I don't know, but I will update you as soon as I know anything.